Welcome to Getting Started with IntelliTrack, an ongoing webinar series focusing on the basics of our IntelliTrack software. The goal of this series is to help new and existing customers get up and running quickly and easily. Hello everyone, my name is Matt Deegan and I'm the Technical Support Specialist for IntelliTrack. IntelliTrack is the simplest way to manage your inventory. This session will focus on receiving and picking orders with IntelliTrack. And this feature is available as long as you have the proper licensing for IntelliTrack inventory. During the webinar today, we'll demonstrate how to perform a receiving transaction in IntelliTrack inventory as well as a picking transaction. We'll show in detail how to add, review, edit, and complete both types of transactions on the PC using the IntelliTrack account as well as on the mobile computer using IntelliTrack Mobile. A receiving transaction is typically associated with a purchase order, and its completion results in increasing your on-hand inventory. Receiving order must include an order number, date, vendor, and at least a line item. That's the item that's being received. A receiving order may also contain multiple line items, and they're all tied to the same order. IntelliTrack will automatically validate the information on the receiving order, record the transaction in history, and properly increment your inventory levels. A picking order is typically associated with a sales order, and its completion results in decreasing your on-hand inventory. A picking order must include an order number, date, customer, and at least one line item, and that's the item that is to be picked, or items. A picking order may contain multiple line items, and they're all tied to the same order number. IntelliTrack will automatically validate the information on the picking order, record the transaction into history, and properly decrement your inventory levels. So let's move over to IntelliTrack and take a hands-on look at both receiving orders and picking orders. First thing I'll point out is that I'm logged into an IntelliTrack inventory demo account for the webinar today, so depending on your account, some of the forms may be available to you and some may not. First, I'd like to show you how to create a receiving order. Let's open up that by choosing Orders and then Receiving from the navigation menu. And now we are looking at the Orders form. We're going to select the Add Order button to create the order. Then by default, the order number is generated, as you can see here. This can also be changed here or set up for a custom sequence. At the same time, the order defaults to present date. And what we're going to have to do is select the vendor, which is required to create the order. After this, we're going to add the specified items to the order by selecting the Add Detail button. And we're going to select our item. And then the quantity. And we're going to select Save. We can repeat this process if we want by adding more items to the order using the Add Detail button. At this point, we're just going to receive one, and so we're ready to receive the item into inventory by using the Receive button right here. Also see here we have the Delete button and the Edit option to delete or change the order if we need. Now what we're going to do is click Receive. And we're going to select the location that we're receiving the item into. And then as you can see above, it shows the quantity that's specified. And we're going to add that. And we're going to save and then save the entire order. And what I'm going to demonstrate here is the inventory data page, which will show us that item and its quantity has been added to our inventory. You can see right here, this is the item that I just received in. What we can also do is receive inventory using the IntelliTrack mobile application. We're going to switch over to the mobile device and demonstrate this feature. We're going to select Orders, then Receiving, the Browse button, and then we're going to search. We're going to select an order that I had previously created in the IntelliTrack inventory program on the PC. So we're going to select that order. Then we're going to select the order details. And we can see here we're looking to receive this item, and we're going to click the receive button, and then we're going to scan in a location and enter in the quantity. And as you can see below, it calls for a quantity of 10, so I'm going to save that. Now this advances us over to the next item in the order. This order has 2 items that we're receiving in, so I'm going to select the receive button and scan the item into the proper location and select the specified quantity and click save. Now I'm going to click OK here, and by doing that, the receiving order is now closed and the items are added to our inventory. Now we're going to move back to the PC and demonstrate how to create and fulfill a picking order. We're going to select orders again and then picking. And again, we're going to select the add button. So again, by doing that, we're creating the system generates the order number and the date automatically. So we're going to select the customer, which is required. And we're going to select the add details button. And we're going to select the item that we're going to be picking. And that calls for a quantity of 5. I'm going to save. Then we're going to repeat the process to add an additional item to the order. The quantity is 7. And save that line. And by using the pick button, like we had done on the previous receiving order that I displayed, it's going to pull this form up, and we're going to be able to select the location where we have inventory, and you can see above the ordered quantity. So we're going to pick the 5 and select save. Now currently the order is not completed. I still have remaining items to pick for the second line, A1003. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this order, and I'm going to move over to the handheld, and I'm going to demonstrate how to pick from the handheld. I'm going to select orders and then picking, and we're going to use the browse button. We're going to search through the orders. And here's the order that we were just working on. I'm going to move over to the Details tab, and we can see here that this was the previous line that we had picked on the computer. So that one's done. We're going to move over to the next line, and we are going to pick this item. So I'm going to select the pick button, and we have it at location 101, so I'm going to scan that. And then as we can see below, the order quantity is 7, so we're going to choose 7 and click save. Now we're going to click the OK button to complete the order transaction, effectively closing the order and deducting the item's inventory from our system. During this session, we've demonstrated the functionality of receiving and picking orders. Showed you how to add, review, edit, delete, and complete both types of orders with IntelliTrack inventory on the PC and on the mobile device. If you have any questions or comments, please contact us directly by calling the number shown, or you can email us at sales. We welcome all customer feedback and look forward to answering any questions you may have.